Lazy Jack. Once upon a time, there lived an old woman with her only son. Her son's name was Jack. But Jack was so lazy that everyone started calling him Lazy Jack. One day, his mother was quite fed up with him, and she told him that if he did not start to work, she would turn him out to get as living as he could. This got Jack thinking, and so the next day, which was Monday, he went out and hired himself to a neighboring farmer for a bright, shiny penny. But Jack had never had money before, so he lost it passing over a brook. "You silly boy," said his mother. "You should have put it carefully in your pocket." "I'll do so next time," said Jack. The next day was Tuesday, and he went out and hired himself to another farmer. The farmer gave him a large block of cream cheese. Jack, remembering his mother's words, took the cheese and stuck it right into his pocket. But as Jack was walking home, the cheese slowly began to melt, and before long it had melted all over his pocket. "Dear me," said his mother when he returned home. "You should have carried it carefully in your hands." "I'll do so next time," said Jack. The next day, Jack went out and hired himself to a baker. The baker gave Jack a large cat as payment. Jack picked up the cat in his hands and started walking home. But soon the cat scratched him so much that he had to let it go. The next day, he went out and hired himself to a butcher, who in return gave him a large piece of bacon. The day before, his mother had told him to tie a string around it and dragged it along after him. So that's what he did. He took a piece of string from his pocket and carefully tied the string around it. Then he walked home and dragged it along after him. But soon all the dogs and cats had smelled that piece of meat, and before long they had eaten every single bit of it. "You stupid boy," said his mother. "You should have carried it on your shoulder." "I'll do so next time," said Jack. The next day, Jack hired himself to a cattle keeper, who gave him a donkey as payment. Jack, remembering his mother's words, hoisted the donkey onto his shoulder and started walking home slowly with his prize. As Jack was walking home, he passed by the house of a rich gentleman who lived there with his beautiful daughter. But his daughter was deaf and could not speak, and she would not speak until somebody made her laugh. The girl was looking out of the window as Jack was passing by with the donkey on his shoulder, and she found this sight so strange and hilarious that she burst out in a great fit of laughter. Her father was overjoyed and immediately married her to Jack, and thus Jack was made a rich gentleman. He bought a large house, and they lived there with his mother happily ever after.